Hello everybody, today we'll discuss about annotation using our studio, and we will see how to annotate clusters either using circular ellipse in our studio. So the package that are here is the 3Dverse and Digiforce are required, and here is the 10. In order to have good graphical representation, we have to use this 10. So before skipping to analysis, it's better to say something about annotation. Annotation is a very crucial component of a good data visualization, and it helps, or it can turn a boring graph into an interesting as well as insightful way in order to convey information. And most of the time, data visualization has often been separated into main types. One is exploratory, the second one is explanatory analysis, and annotation is mainly deal with explanatory analysis. So I already imported my data here. It contains three variables: is var, pH, and granules. The var is containing three different types of varieties: Hawi, Malka, and Oda. And here is pH and J, also our data structure. In order to save our time, I already imported my data, and you have to, in order to use or annotate using a circular ellipse, we have to use the package Digiforce as well as the 3Dverse. So type all this and submit to your studio. And firstly, let's create the scattered plots using the geometry point function. So in order to do that, you have to attach your data. Here is, so submit to your studio, and also D is our data. So you may have different frame comparing to me. So here is D is represent the data, and you have to use here the pipe and ggplot function. The x-axis is represented by pH, and the y-axis is represented by gy, and the geometry point is the color is classified on the basis of their variety. So type this and submit to your studio, so we'll get the scattered plots. Yes, let's zoom it. Yeah, here is the scatter plot. Here is the pH, the granuled, and the Hawi, Malka, and Oda are different varieties. So they're represented by different color. So let's annotate in order to get good visualization. So in order to do that, we have to use the geometry mark circle. Geometry mark circle helps to categorize in different forms. So to do that, we have to use the geomark circle in addition to the first one. So here is the x-axis in similar fashion is the pH, and the y is gy, and the geomark circle here is the variety, and the geometry point is, again, it is a variety. So it will classify in different type of colors, since our variety structure is contains three different varieties. If you have four, it will classify into four. So type this one and submit to your studio. Yes, or get such type of result. But somehow some points are written from the circle. So in order to that, we need to expand this one. So in order to do that, if you expand, that means the furthest data point will be included in the circle for that particular group. So in order to do that, we have to use the expand function in addition to that the geometry mark circle. So in similar fashion, here is our data: x is the pH, y is the granule, and the color that we are going to divide is a variety, and we have to expand the unit is 0.5 in mm. So type this one and submit to our studio. Sorry, somehow it's good. The furthest points still are coming to the group. Then also we can also instead of circle, we can also use the ellipse. So in order to use ellipse, you have to use the geometry mark ellipse right here. So this function helps to shift from circle to what to ellipse. So here is our data: x-axis is the pH, the y is the granule, but the difference here is the geometry mark ellipse. So instead of circle, it's making somehow its ellipse shape. So all things are similar. Here is the label buffer, also helps us to locate the labels. It helps the location of the labels, maybe Oda, maybe Howie, maybe Malka. So this labeling will be displayed if you use the label buffer. So all are similar with that point. And again, also here you can add the legend position. So either it is bottom, also you can suggest it as none or top on the basis of your preference. So type this and submit your studio. Since we are suggesting the the legend is in the bottom, so already is displayed in the bottom, and the label buffer is used to labeling of the variety here. So by this way we can address. And also the first was circle, but this is somehow, not somehow, it's really ellipse shape. So on the basis of your preference, you can adjust either a circle or ellipse. Furthermore, you can also giving the fill function in order to fill the color with this ellipse one using the fill function. So to do that, we have to use the fill argument here. The fill argument here. The geometry ellipse is fill, which equals to var. The previous one is the color is a var. So if you want to suggest in the fill, you have to change color here into what? Into fill. Yes, fill. So here is, you have to fill in the var. That means the Howie, the Malka, and the order. And here is the label is also the var. And you have to also expand to the furthest point coming to the group. And here is a label of buffer is the designation of Howie, Malka, and order in the ellipse. What we see here is label buffer. It will show you the points that are going to locate or labeling of this variety into the different component of the ellipse. So type this, and here is I suggest the legend position is top. The first one is bottom. If you remember, it's bottom. So I suggest bottom. And also, if you don't want to suggest the legend position, you have to say and then. So type this and submit to our studio. So by this way, we are creating very attractive graph, and also you can convey your information very insightful. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question regarding to my tutorial, you can address me through YouTube comment box as well as through my email website@gmail.com. Have a nice time.